What's going on, my trainer club? Today we are going to check out how to hit excellent throws every single time on Thundurus in Pokemon Go. So welcome to the trainer club. Here we go. Welcome back, everybody. Let me know in the comments below, how are you doing on catching Thundurus? Are you excited about this Pokemon? Is it better than the Tornadus? Let me know in the comments below. I cannot wait to see all you guys and how you are doing. But before we get into this, I just wanted to make you guys aware, thetrainerclub.com all the way until Wednesday at 2 p.m. Central Time is when you can pre-order my St. Louis merchandise. So get on over there and do so, because after that, I need to start producing it and sending it out to you guys so you can have it in time for the event. So now we're gonna check out the excellent throw tutorials. One of my favorite things to do for you guys, because I absolutely love helping you guys catch these raid bosses. So before we get into it, I just wanna also make you guys aware that I did do a counter guide. So if you guys do wanna check it out up here, you can also check it out in the pinned comments below after this video to make sure you guys are set up and ready to go, because Thundurus does get 2 movesets that are going to make some of the counters very difficult to deal with. Also, the 100% IVs, just to clarify, 1911 for level 20, 100% IV, and then weather boosted all the way to level 25 in 2 conditions, which is going to be the rain and the windy conditions. It's going to be 2389. So these are mirror 100% IVs to the Tornadus that we just have. So now we're going to get into the excellent throws. There are definitely a couple key factors to take into account to make sure you do these excellent throws properly. Number 1, you have to set the ball every single time, which means putting your finger on the ball in the bottom of the tray and holding your finger there. The circle is going to go from small to big to small to big to small to big, and you guys are going to have to choose what is going to be the circle size for the ball that you're going to use. So once you choose that circle size, it's going to start going to it, then you release the ball into the dock. You do not touch the ball until the raid boss starts attacking. If the Pokemon happens to sit on one of these sides of the screens, you can go ahead and toggle AR on, which will then reset it. You toggle it off and it's going to put the Thundurus back in the middle. However, you are then going to have to reset the circle. It goes back to a standard great throw. But if it's stuck on one of the sides, you're getting a little impatient, you can always try to push it back to the middle and hopefully it attacks there. Once the Pokemon then starts attacking, you are going to pick the ball up after the attack starts. You have a window of opportunity where you need to start spinning the ball and go ahead and get this ball off before the Pokemon stops attacking. If done properly, you're going to be able to release the ball at the perfect time. It is going to curve around and then boom, hit the raid boss right in the middle of the circle. It's always a good practice to start practicing in the middle. And then it's going to hit the Pokemon so that if it happens to then go into a second attack, you are going to hit another window of opportunity, which is going to set you up to never waste a ball when you are catching this Pokemon, especially if it is a good one or a 100% IV. So those are the key things that you need to do. And then also I would definitely suggest practicing your curveball. So if you need to see that, go up here. I will also put that in the pinned comments below so you guys are ready and prepped. We're also going to go over best of the best, but now let's get into the up close, slow motion with all the highlights to help you guys see how to hit these excellent throws every single time in the way that I do it and I have perfected it. So let's get into it right now. Here we go, guys. The Thundurus excellent throw tutorial. This is going to be up close, slow down, and everything you guys need to make sure that you can succeed. So the first thing we're going to check out is the biggest great throw. First thing we always do is hold down the ball and check out the attacks, but that's going to be the biggest great throw, and here is going to be the smallest great throw. So if you want to and you're not comfortable with the excellent throws, those are going to be the size circles to use, but here is going to be the biggest excellent throw. And then after this, we're going to go a little bit smaller, actually quite a bit smaller, because this circle is pretty big on the Thundurus for the smallest excellent throw. So now we're just going to go ahead and hold it down. We're going to check out the attack and see what the animation looks like, because that is going to be the key for our success. We need to master that attack and know exactly when to throw the ball every single time. So here it goes, boom, right there. That's going to be our excellent throws. That's how we're going to model, and that's what we're going to start slowing down so you guys can check it out. Boom, once again. So now let's start slowing it down, waste no time, and get right into it so you guys can start having success if you are having any trouble at all. If you know anybody that is having trouble, make sure to share this video to them. So there it goes all the way back, and then boom. And you already know that we're going to start slowing it down. We're going to start giving some highlights to make sure you guys know what's going on. So here's my top, my bottom, my top, my bottom, and my release point. So I only did 2 full spins on that one. Sometimes you guys have seen me do up to 4, maybe even 5, or down to 1, depending on which type of raid boss and how quick the attack is. But this particular one is going to be 2. because it's a little bit faster of an attack. So here is the top, and then here's the second one, which is going to be the bottom. So this is the first full circle, coming full circle around. Notice what the Thundurus is doing in the background. That's going to be super crucial for us. We definitely always want to check that out. And then we're coming down again. So this is going to be just about the release point. Notice where the tail is. And then here is me actually releasing it. I definitely could have released it maybe like a quarter of a second earlier. And so then the tail starts to come up and then it wraps around, and boom, right there is exactly when we are releasing the ball and then it's coming around, and that's when the circle pops up, and then boom, we hit the Thundurus. So if it were to have done a second attack, we definitely would have been able to sneak the ball in there and not had our ball batted away. And I know that we have the buddy system, but also it's not always foolproof. Sometimes you don't get the proper bounce and it won't bounce it back. So here's going to be the reverse. We're just flipping it around, and this is for everybody that is throwing in a clockwise direction. And that's how you're going to go ahead and hit those excellent throws. We got the Thundurus in Pokemon Go. So this is going to be the Pokédex entry. And like I said, the 1911 is going to be the 100% IV. So make sure to look out for that and make sure to rewatch this so that you guys can maximize. All right, guys. So that's going to do it. Make sure to take your time. Make sure to slow down, right? That is the key. Slow down, breathe, especially if you have a good IV one. You do not want to rush it and start throwing throws that you normally wouldn't throw. Because when you have a bad one, chances are you're relaxed, you're hitting excellent throws quite commonly, you haven't lost a ball, you haven't accidentally dropped a ball, you haven't hit a ball and get it bounced back because you mistimed it, but then when the good ones come, you get all nervous. So now we're gonna check out the berry chart. I just want to show you guys how impactful berries are when using and catching these raid bosses and what different berries do to your catching game. So let's check it out right now. If we start at the very top with a normal throw, nothing onto it, it is a 2.17%. So I just wanted to make a quick note here that the pineapple berry is the exact same as using no berry because it does not have an increased catch rate bonus as do other berries. So the raspberry is a 1.5 times multiplier, the golden raspberry is a 2.5 times multiplier, and the silver pineapple, which is a newer berry, is a 1.8 times multiplier. So it is in between, not directly in between, but a little bit increased from a raspberry, definitely decreased from a golden raspberry, but then you also get the double candy. So this is one thing that you may want to take into account. If you really don't like the Pokemon, you may want to go with a regular pineapple berry, but that's literally like using no berry. So if you did a normal with no curve, it's a 2%, but you can get it all the way up to a 6.67%, which is not all that good. However, the silver pineapple berry will bump you up. It is the better option, but note that you will be using a lot of silver pineapple berries on the legendaries. If we then add a berry, a raspberry, and let's say we were to do a great throw with a curveball, we now have 8%. However, if you notice, the top left is going to be the least percentage chance of catching it. All the way to the bottom right is going to be the most chance. So the ultimate thing you can possibly do, that's why I teach you these excellent throws, is golden raspberry, curveball, excellent throw, because it's going to make the biggest difference. It's going to go from a top left 2.17% all the way to the bottom right of a 15.85%, almost 16%, which is absolutely mind-blowing, the difference, because you do this every single time. I'm telling you, you guys think like, oh, I caught it on a bunk throw, like, but all the bunk throws you're not always going to catch it on. That could have just been like a glitch that like, hey, I didn't hit it, but I had a golden raspberry, right? I threw a curveball, so I'm at an 8.9%. That's pretty good compared to doing nothing with no berry at a 2.17%. So just with the golden raspberry and only a curveball, you're getting an 8.9%. But if you increase it and you add that extra 6%, which I would obviously recommend because that's why I make these videos, but if you do a raspberry with a curveball and an excellent throw, you are going to be at a 10%, but look at this, golden raspberry with a great throw. This is why I recommend great throws are better than not hitting any excellent throws, because now you're at a 13% chance. It's only a 2% differential. And even if you just do a nice throw with a curveball and a golden raspberry, you're at 10%, which is higher than using a regular raspberry with an excellent throw. So it is absolutely crucial that golden raspberry and even hitting just a nice throw or a great throw or an excellent throw with that curveball. That's why if you want to check out how to throw a curveball video, you don't know how to do it, it really significantly helps out your chances. If you notice here, it's over a 50% increase when you are using that curveball. And that about wraps it up for the Thundurus. I know you guys are gonna do amazing. I hope you guys get the 100% IVs. I hope you guys are ready to master all of these other Pokemon, because we have Darkrai, Lugia, a bunch of other raid bosses coming out, and you know I'm gonna help you guys master these guys as well. So take your time, set your circle, time up the attacks. Make sure to try to aim for the center of the Pokemon every single time. Even if you're using a bigger great throw, do not get lazy, because if you can perfect hitting the middle in a great throw, you can hit an excellent throw in any size as well. So thank you guys for tuning in, all my likers, commenters, subscribers, and everybody in any facet that takes their subscription and support to the next level. I'm gonna see you guys out on the next video. Peace! I just want to take a moment and sincerely thank all of my Patreon members, everybody that has taken their subscription to the next level and chosen to support me on this platform. I greatly appreciate you guys. As a growing channel and really trying to grow and improve as much as I possibly can, I really appreciate the extra support. You guys mean the absolute world to me. I cannot wait to connect with you soon, and I appreciate you guys all for being a part of the Trainer Club. I will see you guys out on the next video.